Hey, what's up, gamers? This is the ADD Gamer here, bringing to you just a little bit of pre-release info on Battlefield 4. Now, if you didn't play Battlefield 3, you probably won't be missing much, as Battlefield 4 takes a lot from 3 and maybe just adds a little bit to it. As far as multiplayer goes, it's the standard as every other shooter, usually. Like most Call of Duty, I'm trying not to compare this to Call of Duty, but you have a loadout, it's very similar. And if you've already played Call of Duty, you'll know that you can customize pretty much everything in your loadout. And Battlefield 4 is pretty much the same way. Now the biggest difference between the two is that Battlefield is realistic and Call of Duty is not. That is the biggest difference. That's it. Now, actually, no, they're both probably not even realistic. But regardless, the way that Battlefield plays is you have a massive map and you are running towards objectives almost all the time, unless you decide to pick another game mode. The most played game mode in Call of Duty is probably Team Deathmatch. The most played game mode in Battlefield 4 is probably Conquest and Rush. So these are very team objective based games. If you are new to the Battlefield, if you wanted to try it out and you're coming over from Call of Duty, I will give you a little bit of advice. Do not think that this is Call of Duty. You cannot run right out into the open and start and think that you're gonna plow through 15 guys and kill them all, because it doesn't happen. It's a very team-based game. If you have a good team, if you have a group of people that you like to play with, I would suggest playing with them, because naturally you and all of your friends are probably going to get better as you play, as you create some sort of chemistry within Battlefield 4. You're all going to get naturally better at it. And that's generally the way to play the game, is with a team. That's how I played it. That's how I got into Battlefield 3. If you don't have anybody to play with, or if you lack in friends or some crap like that, join a clan. There are plenty of clans. I'm pretty sure that they're going to be running the whole clan server thing again, and everybody's going to have their clan servers all ready from the start. And if not, then it'll probably just be DICE servers. But basically, just look for anybody with a clan tag. Look for anybody with a clan tag, and then ask them to join. Just send them a message. Ask them to join. That's the best way to get involved. That's the best way to stay out of those situations where you're stuck in a match where everybody's the sniper and nobody's actually taking objectives and the other team is steamrolling you. You don't really want that. Now, other than that, there were a couple concerns that I did have about Battlefield 4 before I actually got into playing it. I was a little worried about the story. I'm a little less worried about it now, but you know, anything can happen once you get these games. So I'm still a little worried about it. I really do not want a repeat of Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3 story, I didn't even get to finish it because of how many times that my data has corrupted from it. And I don't know if this has happened to you, but on the Xbox, and I didn't even bother trying to play it through the PS3. I mean, I have it for PS3, but I didn't bother to go through it. But on the Xbox, I lost my data at least 4 to 5 different times, getting up to like at least the halfway point or even further and almost beating the game on hard, and then I have to redo it all over again because I accidentally turned my Xbox off at the wrong time. Now that's one of my concerns. I really don't want that to happen again. And then on top of that, the story was really lackluster. I mean, there were some moments where it had a lot of high-octane action, but then there are other moments when, especially between the cutscenes, between your missions, they pull you all the way back to the interrogation room, and it's like you weren't even in the situation that you were just at. You were fighting somewhere in Afghanistan with your so-called brothers, and now you're pulled back to some boring-ass room being asked stupid questions. I really don't want that to happen again. It's going to frustrate the hell out of me if they streamline the story in order to push it on the multiplayer. And I understand the multiplayer has always been the biggest point of a Battlefield game. It's understandable, and I agree with that. I think multiplayer should be the biggest point, but it shouldn't be any reason to lack or slack on the single player. Especially when I love story. I absolutely love story. A good story will keep me satisfied for a good couple months with a game. So I really hope that happens. I really hope that they nail the story down this time. I want it to be very unique, genuine, and emotional. And I don't want that emotion or that emotional feeling to be disrupted by crappy cutscenes. But other than that, I hope you guys are actually getting Battlefield 4. I know I am. We are about, I want to say, somewhere around 6 hours. Somewhere around 6 hours till you should probably start heading over to GameStop. That's if you're on the East Coast. If you're on the West Coast, it's probably like 3 more hours than that. But I do suggest that you pre-order the game if you haven't already. I know I made a big mistake when I got Battlefield 3. I got lucky actually when I got Battlefield 3, but I made a big mistake by not pre-ordering it at first because I didn't really trust the Battlefield series, and I decided to give it a shot one day, and I bought it off of Cyber Monday the day after, or you know what Cyber Monday is, somewhere around November 25th, somewhere around there. But I bought it on Cyber Monday for $30, and it was like the best $30 that I've ever spent. And the only problem that I had was that I wasn't able to access the multiplayer map, the first set, because I didn't pre-order the game. Now I'm telling you, that map pack, they give you like 4 or 5 map packs, or 4 or 5 maps. And if you calculate it, you'd be missing out on about $15 worth of gameplay. Or sorry, not 15 hours. About 5 maps. And that's about $15 worth of gameplay. Granted, because if you don't end up picking up the pre-order, they're gonna charge you for it, and you're gonna have all your friends playing it that did pre-order it, and you're gonna get kicked out of their games. And you're gonna be like, hey, what the fuck? And you're gonna want to play it. So I would suggest get all that over with, put your money down now, finish the pre-order, and buy Battlefield 4. Even if you're getting an Xbox One, because they have all these offers now with you can trade in your old Xbox 360 Battlefield 4, and you can get the Xbox One Battlefield 4, which is a pretty good idea. I thought they were gonna charge me up the butthole for it, charge me another $60 for it, but they're not, which is nice. I mean, granted, I don't really want to be paying at all, but I'd much rather pay 10 than pay 60. So other than that, gamers, I hope you guys are having a great day, and pick up Battlefield 4. I will see you online, and I will be doing a video review soon to come up after I get the story finished. I'll probably be separating it into 2 reviews. I'll do one for story and one for multiplayer, depending on how big it is. If the story is rather short, and if I can jump right into multiplayer really quick, I'll just combine the 2 because there's no point to waste 2 videos. But other than that, I will see you guys later. Have a great day.